So as a parent, you want the best for your child's health, but with so many different approaches to healthcare, it can be overwhelming to know which path you should choose. Should you stick with the conventional medicine and keep trying other medications, or explore functional medicine and start loading up on supplements and so forth? Or consider neurologically focused chiropractic care and get your child's nervous system back in balance and better regulated? The truth of the matter is that each approach has its place, but understanding the differences can empower you to be able to make informed decisions about your child's well-being. So in this video, we're going to dive deeper into the pros and the cons of these three approaches, giving you the knowledge that you need to be able to choose the best path for your family. So this video is made especially for you parents who are feeling overwhelmed and confused by all of these incredible choices that are available today to be able to help your child heal and stay healthy. So in this video, we're going to be really diving deep, and you're going to learn about the important differences between these three big approaches, which one really goes after the root cause and at its deepest level, but also how to balance or sequence them all together for truly optimal results and recovery for your child and for your family. So when I first got into chiropractic school, and even when I first got into practice 10 years ago, 5 years ago, respectively, nearly every single one of my patients, even kids, were on multiple medications, and not just multiple rounds of antibiotics and steroid-based inhalers, but heavy-hitting psychotropic medications for ADHD, for anxiety, autism, and epilepsy, and so forth. And it was obvious that the more medications a child or a patient was put on, the more that they not only struggled with the original condition, but also now all of the nasty and the terrible side effects that come along with those medications. So thankfully, fast forward to today, parents of this generation have made a massive shift towards drug-free natural health in a short amount of time. And today, most parents are saving medications for what they truly should be, a last resort. And instead, now we're seeing these kids on multiple pages worth of supplements and homeopathic remedies and herbs and vitamins and oils and detoxes and diet changes. And a lot of these kids are likely enrolled in multiple therapies like PT, OT, speech, ABA, or even functional neurology programs. While these things are such amazing changes, and it's all good news, and it means that things are absolutely moving in the right direction with healthcare and with our parents and with our families as a whole, here's the kicker of it all. These kids are still sick, and they're struggling mightily with these big neurological challenges like autism and ADHD or anxiety, POTS and PANDAS and immune issues or autoimmune concerns and constipation or sleep struggles or behavioral issues, and all of the whole laundry list of things that comes along with those challenges as well. This means that despite the many incredible improvements that we're seeing with diet changes, with detoxes, with supplementation, there's still a deeper root cause and dysfunction within our brain, within the body, and within our nervous system that hasn't been found and handled just yet. So with these three big different approaches, let's talk about the differences between them when it comes to healthcare decisions for our kids and for our families. So with conventional medical care, it focuses primarily on symptom-based treatment, often relying on medications and surgeries pretty heavily. And while this approach is essential for emergencies and for acute conditions, it may not address the root causes of chronic health issues. Now, medications prescribed in conventional care can have unwanted side effects, particularly in our kids. And these side effects may include sleep disturbances or appetite suppression and mood changes. Now, from the functional medicine approach, it aims to identify and treat root causes of health issues by considering factors like toxins and nutrition and the microbiome and gut health or lifestyle, and seeks to promote healing by taking a systems-based approach rather than a symptoms-based approach like with traditional or conventional medicine. Now, these approaches offer a more personalized plan of action and gets deeper into the key systems of our bodies, like our gut health, like our immune function, our detoxification and elimination, but it may not fully address those deeper neurological root causes of these chronic health conditions. The one thing that's really interesting over the past 5 years that we've noticed clinically is that patients used to come in with a laundry list of medications and prescriptions, and parents are now turning to more natural solutions, going in the more biomedical or functional medicine, functional nutrition route. However, we've changed from a cabinet full of prescription medications to a cabinet full of supplementation. Now, while those things may be more beneficial, or while those things may be more helpful than hurtful to the body, the concept of how we're addressing some of these concerns is still the exact same. We've just changed the method of delivery of how we're trying to influence change within the body. Now, when we talk about this neurologically based chiropractic focus or brain-based focus, we emphasize the role of our nervous system as the master control system of all bodily functions. And by addressing the specific neurological stressors and the disruptions, this method aims to be able to restore the balance to our nervous system, allowing the body to heal naturally and function better from within. Now, we talk quite about this within the office, both in my Perfect Storm workshops as well as patients or parents when we're sitting knee to knee in a consultation together, is that we talk about this perfect storm concept and how it reveals the true root causes of these big challenges within our kids and within our families. And while things like genetics and our gut health clearly play a big role within our kids' health, the most important and most commonly overlooked, almost hidden in plain sight factor is actually the high amounts of stress placed on our kids' developing nervous systems during early critical and sensitive periods of their development. Primarily, what's going on with mom's preconception health or during fertility, what's going on with fetal development during pregnancy, their labor and delivery, and early childhood challenges. This perfect storm concept teaches us that the master control system of the body, the brain and our nervous system, are under immense amounts of stress and tension and chemical, physical, emotional stressors, as well as intervention and injury early in life due to the medicalization of pregnancy, birth, and even during early childhood. So early on, these stressors look like an infant who's not able to latch, not able to feed, not able to swallow or nurse, or even digest their food, and ends up colicky and fussy and stressed, tense, and unable to sleep or soothe themselves, which those babies move into toddlers who have constant ear and respiratory infections, congestion, gut issues, constipation, eczema, and a bunch of other health challenges that pediatricians commonly dismiss as normal and say things like, "Don't worry, they'll grow out of it." This issue is then massively compounded by rounds and rounds of antibiotics and steroidal-based medications and so forth that are further destroying the gut, the microbiome, and our immune system as a whole. But those small kiddos turn into toddlers and preschoolers who have these constant sensory overload that leads to tantrums and meltdowns and social, emotional, and behavioral challenges. That feeds into the developmental delays with their gross motor, their fine motor, their speech, and their socialization. That leads to those angry, depressed, burnout, exhausted teenagers, and then feeds into us as adults. The issue is that kids don't grow out of these challenges. They grow into bigger and different ones. We just name them different when they get there. So parents, the real question is how to find out if neurologically focused chiropractic care is the missing key to your child's healing. Consider these three big things. Did your child have some or all of those perfect storm case history findings? Does your gut tell you that their nervous system is dysregulated, overstressed, and stuck in fight or flight mode all the time? Or if they're older, dysregulated, imbalanced, and exhausted? Have you tried everything else or darn near nothing seems to work for your kid? If this video really hit home for you and your family and you want to learn more about how exactly neurologically focused chiropractic care works, and if it could be the thing to help your child heal naturally and drug-free, simply comment the word "more" below and we're going to send you information and details and all of the cool sciencey things about our clinical process, about the insight scans that help us find the stress and dysfunction on our nervous system, and so much more.